Demigods, monsters, and gods alike, and welcome back to my playthrough of Hades. Last time, we officially, I guess unofficially, officially beat the game. I mean, the credits rolled, so we beat the game. We made it through Hades enough times that Persephone finally came home to the underworld, and Hades basically told us to keep trying to break out of the underworld and see what happens. So we're going to try and break out of the underworld. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what new mysteries we can discover, what else is going on here. I feel like there's still more to the story, but the main goal of this video is to unlock all the hearts with Meg and romance her and ship Zagreus and Meg. So we're gonna see if we can accomplish that. So let's jump right in. I love petting Cerberus. Oh, we can gift Hades.
Have another bottle, why don't you, Father? Not like it's going to change anything between us, right?
You're probably correct. You must think it is my age that makes me obstinate, unable to change my nature. But I have always been inflexible.
At least you can admit it.
You think I'm proud of it? You call me father like it's an insult. I deserve the title only as a technicality, I know.
You could start being a better father at any point. There's no one stopping you but you.
Yes, well, unfortunately I am a significant impediment. You should be well aware of that. You were able to stop me. I have thus far been unable to do so.
Not that I want to admit it.
Well, with that attitude.
Regarding your responsibilities, our resources director is available to you.
The fabled resources director. So now I get to give away the hard-earned resources
I've been doing that the whole
You get
time,
to do
though.
precisely that.
What's the point in rising above my current station?
It is. There is no point but pride.
Right,
And pride
is there anything new?
Sounds great.
Alright, so Meg's heart is still locked.
Hey,
We've got to get 2 cutscenes to trigger.
Whatever it is, it's weak.
And from what I've read on the internet, we just have to keep going into the underworld, beating her, and coming out, and eventually she will be in my bedroom. So, let's do that.
Lady Demeter.
Demeter. Cross our fingers that we get Meg.
Think I know what you're going to say.
Alright. I think Persephone is actually maybe the easiest of all of them. I mean, they're all pretty easy now. Electro, I would say, is maybe the hardest because of the rage. Also, I'm curious. I'm gonna try and unlock Chaos's gauge fully and see what happens. I think it's tied to Nyx. Whether or not we ever actually get there is to be seen. Alright, I changed my Pact of Punishment, so hopefully this will
There you are. You ready,
count
Megara?
as facing Meg. But it does say Electro. Alright, Half-Bloods. Been a hot sec. We've made it all the way back to Hades for the first time since Persephone came home. So hopefully we can beat him, and then we're going to see, I guess, what happens this time, because there's no Persephone there anymore. So let's do it.
confronting you like this. It's different now. Still,
I mean, you're still going to try and kill me, so is it really all that different?
There is to be no
Also
escape
fishing
from my
spot.
realm. Ultimately,
Real
I
goal is
must
get the
see to
fishing
that
spot.
myself.
That's the spirit, Father. As for me, I find
Oh, they're bonding. See, this is good father-son bonding, trying to kill each other.
My weapons and your physique. You're tough, but you're an easy target.
And you are scrawny, though slippery, blast you. All that pent-up rage behind your smiling words. Come, unleash it once again. I expect you to go all out. To the death.
To the death.
I can't.
There.
Too easy. Alright, let's see what happens.
Thus, having once more gained at the surface of his grim-faced father's realm beneath the earth, resourceful Zagreus makes his
We
way
don't get to see it?
toward the one-time abode of radiant Persephone. It is a journey of considerable
it's not that far.
distances, which he has already completed many times, and which has always ended in the same result. So, imagine he made it there with just time enough to water the crops and tidy up a bit before...
Well, that was underwhelming.
Oh no!
I didn't even get to see it. At least let me travel to the garden. Okay, well, I guess nothing really happened.
I'm sure Mother's cottage is perfectly...
I'm up.
All seems the same here.
Father, all these shades, aren't they going to let on that Mother's back? What if word spreads and the Olymp...
You are so well accustomed to defying me that you forget there are no others, either living or dead, who would so dare. None in this house shall speak of this.
But what if
until we
they
are
do?
prepared to make any announcements
And what if
on
that's
our
the
own
story of
terms.
Hades too? I'm just guessing
Sounds like
here.
you got it all under control.
I really just don't want to waste my diamonds on music.
What's that you have there, Shade? That looks like contraband to me.
It is, mistress. I'm glad you're here, as maybe you can help me quickly to dispose of it.
Let us immediately do so then, before concerns arise around the presence of this stuff within the house.
Right, so, new conversation.
Here's
Still
what I
locked.
can't lately.
Facing Hades once again.
You ready for another go?
You have circum...
Attack of punishment 7 on Stygius. Who would ever thought I'd make it here? Honestly, I can't remember the last time I lost to Hades. You know, I don't even think I need all these death defies anymore. And I've actually discovered something that I didn't know. I was stupid. Shocker. If you equip a certain god's items going into Tartarus, you start off with the boon of that god, which is super useful because sometimes it's just all up to luck. And then, if I do need the skull item for the extra death defy for whatever reason, you can always re-equip it going into each new section. So going into Asphodel, going into Elysium, when you heal at that pool thing, so your item thing is there. So you could switch your item. So you could switch between each thing, which is super helpful. And I've just not been doing it this whole time. All right, let's see if it's any different.
Reflecting on his victory, Prince Zagreus observes how death can take hold in so many different
All right, it's
ways.
the same thing.
At times quite slowly, and at other times.
I didn't even go to the garden this time? That's disappointing. Pets for Cerberus. Ooh, Hades is gone. Oh, I can finally gift Cerberus
There's a good
nectar.
boy.
Yay!
Cerberus is overjoyed to have received.
Start building up friendship with Cerberus. Meg still locked.
I gotta tell you something, Zagreus.
I feel like this cutscene's
I'm
never
not
gonna
getting any more
trigger.
used to losing to you like this. I mean, you don't even stop to rub it in. You know how humiliating that
Would you
is.
rather me rub it in?
Wait, you're saying you would feel less ashamed about the outcomes of our fights if I were to gloat more about beating you? How does that make any sense?
You know it doesn't make any sense. That you keep beating me. I must be getting sloppy if I'm that predictable. Too bad none of the other wretches I have to deal with put up much of a fight.
Well,
Oh, here's Hades.
all right, I swear.
Oh,
I
secrets.
swear in your own name, I'll keep what you're about to say between us. So?
So, you had it mostly right before. After I inherited the underworld, your Uncle Zeus felt sympathy for me, he says. Your mother,
Oh, is
he
this
knew
the
she
story
was
of how
unhappy on
Zeus helped
Olympus,
Hades, kidnap
and
Persephone?
he knew I was drawn to her. So what did he do?
Oh, it's
He brought her
Zeus's
here,
fault in this
Gave her
universe.
to me as a gift.
You weren't expecting a gift like that. But she didn't want to return to Olympus, and you liked her, so you didn't send her away. And you were angry with Zeus for putting you in that position.
Interesting
Cut ties with
take
him.
on mythology.
Yes, the blasted fool with all his flights of fancy. He does whatever he wants. He could have achieved a similar outcome in a limitless number of reasonable ways, rather than resort to what was tantamount to kidnapping, even if she wanted to leave.
And now if Demeter and the others found all this out, you and Mother, even Zeus, would be in a bad spot, wouldn't he?
Oh, you have no
He must have
idea.
a temper on him to match yours.
You know nothing of tempers if mine is your frame of reference, Zagreus. Now enough of this. You know the rest. Remember your oath.
Joyfully,
All right.
the Hound of Hell accepts an...
About to face dear old dad once again. Still haven't triggered any cutscenes.
Oh, hi, Father.
You are predictable in your arrivals here. Less so during the fight. I'll boil your blood. Darkness.
I have this new ability that I don't think I've ever had before with Artemis, where every time you use either attack or special, these arrows seek out your enemies. I swear. It's like every time I play this, I swear, it's like every time I play this, I discover something new about it. Discover a new power-up. It's what makes it so replayable. It looks like I'm just gonna get a new message each time I beat Hades.
There is considerable credence to his claim.
And I'm dying faster and faster.
Got it.
I wonder if talking to her
So
speeds
about
this up.
Persephone, is everything all right with her? Talk of murder all the time and all.
Tisiphone is charged with punishing the worst that mortals have to offer. More than charged. Her work is everything to her.
No time for family or recreation, then I take it. Pity what happens to those overly obsessed with work.
I get what you're insinuating, Zagreus. I'm nothing like her. Not even close. And don't you dare compare the two of us again.
You did it,
I
pal.
did Pact of Punishment
can't.
8. Let's see what it is.
Huzzah!
It's a
blazes?
statue of Skelly?
I just knew you had it in you.
Wait, just so I...
Look, boyo.
Okay.
I'll temper my
What's the next
expectations just in case.
16? That's probably not gonna happen.
Make some waves, right,
Please be
Uncle?
Meg.
Hello?
I don't know if defeating the other Furies counts or if I have to defeat Meg. And I'm sure it's probably only been like 17 minutes for you guys, but I am like 4 hours into this. Alright, Half-Bloods, for you, it's probably only been about 20 minutes. For me, I am like 4 to 5 hours into this. The magic of editing. And I think I've been going about this all wrong. I've been going fully through it. Like, all levels of the underworld, through Hades, beating Hades, going back. The cutscene is not triggering. So, we're gonna do a new Strategy. I'm just going to go through Tartarus, I'm going to beat the Furies, and then I'm going to kill myself. And hopefully this will be faster.
Tisiphone defeated.
That's one less boon. See you, Tartarus. Courtesy of the Pact.
Alright, here's something I thought I'd never do in this game. Let's go stand in some lava. And back to the House of Hades.
Be strong.
What's for breakfast?
Alright, no
Dinner,
Meg.
maybe?
Maybe she's
much
in my
obliged.
bedroom. Oh,
Oh,
first
come on, Hades.
conversation in the garden.
Mortals are much more resilient than that. What, do you think they'll show up at your gates here all at once? They have our family looking out for them.
That is what I'm afraid of. Do you truly believe my brothers and the rest shall take the sort of care of them while they draw breath, as we do here after they have expired?
It's true we have to look out for them
You're
indefinitely.
saying being dead is better?
While Olympus need only look out for them for a little while. But our relatives are always watching from their mountain. And if they do turn a blind eye once in a while, mortals aren't bad at fending for themselves.
But they are never satisfied.
That's right.
Always begging us to
Don't
provide
count the
more and
mortals
more.
out.
They like us, Hades. They praise us, tell one another about us. What do you expect?
No. No, I suppose not. But they need us.
Well,
Alright. Meg? Ah! I feel like it has to be Meg to trigger the cutscene. You know what's actually really good? Zeus's aid. I've been sleeping on that too. Death time.
No.
House of Hades. Nectar for Cerberus.
Best treat.
Cerberus young.
I love that Cerberus is red in this. Red's my favorite color. Nectar for Dad.
Enough of this boy.
Why? It's just nectar, Father. Lighten up.
How dare you lecture me?
What are you getting at? You're just going to give up, stick with what's comfortable for you instead of making any real effort at making peace with your son.
I thought we worked through this.
Listen to me. My attempts at making peace are going to be rather subtle for your tastes. I cannot change the past, and there is only so much I can do about the future. I tell you
Well,
this
you can do a lot
because
about the future.
I shall.
All right. Always wanted to ask you something, Father. Whose skull is that there on your shoulder?
Good
if it's
question.
not too personal.
I did not chronicle all Typhon's wretched offspring, boy. No one did. Some
It's
of them sit
Typhon's
upon our
skull?
shoulders now, lest we forget that things could easily have turned out rather differently, and much, much worse.
So these are just the
Typhon's
remains of the spawn of the most
offspring. I
hideous
don't know who that
monstrosity
is.
of all time, which you and your brother slew. Got it? I guess putting the dead in their place is all part of the job. I can hardly imagine what it was like before you and the Olympians took charge.
Alright, Meg
so if there's anything that I can do for
is
you, Nyx,
there.
you need but ask,
I mean, she's
all right?
did not trigger the cutscene.
Your services were always welcome here. Please acclimate yourself at your own rate. I am available to answer any questions you may have at any time.
Thank you, my friend. I have to tell you, it's good to be back.
So, Zagreus, how's it going with that pact of punishment you signed?
It's actually
You've
going
made
pretty
some
good.
meaningful improvements to the underworld.
I'll fight my way out of this place or earn it.
I think I'm up to like 9 now.
You are delusional.
Before I just started doing the kill myself
I do
approach.
indeed.
Fury. Death time.
One thing before you depart
Hades.
again, boy. Until the Queen's intentions with Olympus come to pass.
I do, but she won't. How has it been for you of late, Nyx? Having...
Though reminiscent of an older time, it is now very different.
Oh, right.
Everything is...
I think so too.
Meg's not here.
Meg?
Ah!
Meg. Oh, I was not expecting...
I triggered the first
Were you
cutscene!
just casually snooping, or is there something I can help you with?
I was just leaving, Zagreus.
What were you doing in here?
Happened to be in the area, no thanks to you, and thought I'd go retrieve the last of my possessions. I have to say, you've really let this place go
I guess
to
it
hell.
doesn't have to be Meg. You just have to beat the Furies. Alright, 1 of 2 cutscenes
Wonderful.
down. We can
Guess
do
we'll
this,
just get up to killing
Half-Bloods.
each other repeatedly then.
Fury time. Death time.
No, wait.
I'll say Hades.
It is woefully infrequent that I've cause for this, but I do have to thank you, boy. You've culled the satyrs and the vermin, bringing ruin to our
Oh, the
temple
rats aren't
there.
supposed to be in the
Nasty
temple?
creatures multiply at
I
an
hate the
alarming rate.
rats.
They're not doing your bidding, yet they're every bit as bothersome as all your wretched servants I've met. I'm surprised you aren't getting along.
They are a plague. They are a plague.
Although we have
Poison
the
rats are my
contained
least
for now,
favorite part about this game.
Once they are rightly dead, they tend to
Pushovers.
A setback, then.
Chaos seems to have taken somewhat of
Yeah,
a
Nyx
liking
and
to
Chaos
Nyx.
definitely linked.
They mentioned me, did they? I thought, perhaps, that they had long forgotten. You should know they are my mother
Oh.
and my father, child.
Chaos
We
is
have not
Nyx's
spoken
mother
since the
and
dawn
father?
of
I
time.
don't remember that
That's-
part.
Oh.
Alright. Meg, still locked. Got to trigger one more
7 of
cutscene.
those wretches tried cutting to the front of the procession line. Can you believe the nerve? As though they'd get an audience that way.
What a bunch of dummies. What were they even thinking, cutting the line? I mean,
Let's just say if they still have any complaints for our Lord Hades, they'll be waiting for a long, long time before they get the chance.
Yes. I
Fury
see.
time.
Which sister this time?
Meg. Okay, good.
Hey there,
I think
Meg.
it being Meg helps.
So, you ready for me this time,
Ready
Zagreus?
for me.
Come on,
I'm
and fight.
always ready for you, Meg. That's time. How's Hades?
Well, be that as it may. If they pester you at all,
These secret
do
garden
let me know, and I shall have
conversations.
them dealt with
They reveal a
quickly.
lot.
Oh, Hades. I think the shades around here have been through enough as it is. I don't mind them. After all the time I spent on my own, having some company has been a welcome change.
You are certain all your needs have been provided for? Because if
Hades
there's
is
anything
such a
that you
softie for
require,
Persephone.
Require?
Honestly, pretty cute.
Look at this place, Hades. Look at me. I have everything. And so do you. Try not to worry quite so much. And be patient with your son.
Yes,
Persephone, I cannot promise you such things.
of course not.
Not my strengths. Besides, I have a reputation to uphold. God of the dead. If the wretches do not fear me, or you for that matter, what then?
I'm not going to tell you how to balance your work, your marriage, and your parental responsibilities. I
Who
don't
knew
think
Hades
anybody
had
on
such
Olympus or
a
below knows quite how
such a
best to
work-life
manage that.
balance, man?
So long as we do our best.
Our best. That I can promise you.
Let's go! Second cutscene.
Forget
We
it.
can start giving Meg ambrosia now.
No, we need need to talk again. My sisters are involved now in all this. You've really stirred up quite a mess.
I know. I'm sorry, but this is something that I have to do. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't know. What I'm trying to say is, with my sisters involved, it changes things. It takes some of the pressure off of me.
Some of the pressure... Wait, what are you going to do?
I'm saying I know you're doing what you have to do here, Zagreus. And my sisters and I will always try to stop you.
Always?
But I'm only doing it because I have to. Understand?
All right.
She...
Yes! Oh! Maybe I have to fully unlock this mirror to get to the next level of Nyx. And that's a problem for another time. Death time. Hopefully Meg will be in the House of Hades. And we can gift her her first ambrosia.
Thank you very much,
See,
my
Persephone
son.
appreciates my
know,
gifts.
Gift-giving customs of the underworld are just so much more straightforward than the complicated social graces of Olympus.
If there are other ways of showing one's appreciation than with nectar and the like, well, they must pale in comparison, I'm sure.
Nyx has a very steady presence, doesn't she? I want to say she hasn't changed a bit since before you were born, but I know that she's been through a lot.
I should pay more attention
She's
to the
always
story with
managed, and
Nyx.
quite
I've kind of been
gracefully at
glossing
that.
over it.
Never seen her break a sweat over it.
Well, your father isn't always the conversationalist, and Nyx, she was the first chthonic god I ever met. I suppose she welcomed having another lady about them.
I'm sure she did. So, what happened when Mother first arrived, if I may ask?
They had no jurisdiction here. No knowledge of our goings-on.
Hermes is the
Well,
one
Hermes
god
did
that can go
perhaps, but in a
from
very limited
Olympus
capacity.
to the underworld.
As far as anybody...
All right, all right.
All right. Oh no, it's a conversation!
I swear you're right. That one is such an idiot.
Oh, that means I can't gift her the ambrosia.
Next round's on me.
You take care too, Miss.
Stupid
Take
Dusa.
long, at least.
Give me my fish rewards. Do this again.
Bet Tissiphane's up.
Well, at least it's Meg.
Guess I was wrong.
Even if I can't stop you.
Death time. Yes! First ambrosia.
Ambrosia. You know the penalty for attempting to sway an overseer of the House of Hades with
Foreign contraband.
don't you?
I can't entirely say I do, though if it
Oh my
involves
god,
lashings
something
and
just
whatnot,
fell
I
in the
already get
back of
more
the
than my share
basement.
of that, so
Scared
I figured I would
the
take the risk.
Jesus out of
So
me.
what do you say?
I say hand over the damn bottle. I'll see that it's disposed of properly. Now, as for you, you wouldn't know who misplaced something like this, would you? On my authority as overseer, hang on to it. Though if you tell someone
You
she
like
is
the
anyone-
gift. All right.
What? Wow.
Oh, new item.
Cherish her. You and your sisters really don't get along well, do you?
Alecto and Tisiphone and I each have a different outlook,
They're
I would say.
crazy.
We've learned mostly to stay out of one another's way.
To put it
That
simply.
doesn't sound like a healthy basis for a relationship between siblings.
Are you lecturing me about healthy relationships with families, Zagreus? Your family, your father's family, is the most
Yeah,
broken
that's,
and corrupted
that's
in
fair.
the history of the entire concept.
Fair point. I didn't mean to sound like I had any meaningful
I think all
advice there,
families
Meg.
are a little bit
We're
messy,
stuck
to
with
be
our
honest,
bloodlines
though.
And our relatives, aren't we?
Your family cut their Titan parents into pieces and then scattered them.
Yeah,
into
that's probably
others.
not healthy.
Remember that
though.
next you tell me about family.
Another secret
Sometimes
conversation.
Still cannot believe that you are here,
Me either.
returned to us. Your radiant.
The coast was nice enough,
It was the first
Hades.
time I met Persephone.
Nothing is ever perfect, right?
Ah, first time beating
No matter
Hades.
how
Never
hard you
forget it.
try. Still, I think we get quite close around.
We have taken much less time adjusting to this place than when first you joined us. Part
I
of
mean,
my
she's already
surprise,
been here, so it's not that
I
much of a
myself was
surprise.
forced to be here. I never thought anyone would come from the surface.
The heart can make us do the strangest things, can't it?
Indeed.
Not
Right.
quite.
Fury time. Death time. I can't believe I didn't do this before. It goes so much faster.
You're back.
Alright, second bottle of ambrosia.
I had this awful contraband I wanted to turn in as soon as possible, if you don't mind taking it from me, Meg.
You still have no idea how to be upfront with me, do you, Zag? Why don't you tell me why you're here?
Straight to the point.
So the whole contraband thing, you aren't buying it, I guess? Although I see you took the bottle there now anyway. I wanted just to talk to you, and patch things up, maybe.
Patch things up. What is it by your
You could stop
estimation
trying
that
to
could
kill
use
each other.
repairs between the two of us?
I was naive. I
No.
tried not to get too close, but then I did and said a lot of stupid things, and then...
Zagreus,
Well, we've
the
since
player?
tried to kill each other lots of times, there's that. Look,
Afraid of feelings?
sorry,
Kind of
Meg.
like
You
his
said a lot
father,
of stupid
maybe?
things, all right.
Pomegranate
Don't be
doesn't fall
furious.
far
You're
from the
not
tree?
much for forgiveness or apologies. But I can see you're making an attempt. Now thank you for the contraband. Goodbye.
Alright. One more ambrosia, I believe.
Time
Alright.
to face the Furies.
Fury time. Meg, let's
Hi,
do
Meg.
this.
So, now that you're here, how about a little...
Oh, we're gonna dance. And if you mean by dance, try and kill each other, then yeah. That's fine. Conversation. I just want to give my last
Solid advice,
ambrosia.
especially from you.
We're so close,
No offense
Floods.
intended.
I just mean, if you don't believe in the work you're doing, why keep on doing it? Just out of all the...
I don't think there's any rush for that. We won't just shrivel up and die in 40 years like mortals do.
What, are you kidding me? Of course. Sometimes.
Oh, we've got 2 more hearts? Alright.
It's time. we
Fury
had one.
time. Death time.
I think.
Alright. Ambrosia.
Here, Meg.
Should be one more after this.
I wish I could do over how we started.
I, too, wish for a lot of things. Unfortunately, there's no unraveling the fate's patterns. We can learn from our mistakes or keep repeating them. That's it.
What if I've learned from my mistakes? Have I ever done anything to hurt you since we've been like this? Discounting the unavoidable and frequent fights to the death.
There's nothing you can do to hurt me, Zag. It's just a question of whether you're worth my time.
Well, am I worth your time then, Meg?
You know. Let me get back to you on that.
We're getting
see.
somewhere. She's
Take all the
opening
time you
up.
need.
Yeah. Alright, just one more. Alright. Last ambrosia.
Hey, Meg, you're off duty, aren't you? Look, I was just hoping you might want to split this with me. Best if I could find out there, and I would give it all to you. It's just, maybe you wouldn't mind some company. From me.
You sound a little tongue-tied, Zagreus. Just like you always used to around
Don't
me.
forget I could kill you.
You're not exactly easy to approach, you know. So, how about it then? Care
Did
for
you
a
just
drink with
ask
me?
her out? Are we going on a date? I think we're here, Half-Bloods.
Open it up and we can go from there.
We just went on our first date. Nothing like a nice coffee ambrosia date. So start things off.
You should have seen the look on your face. You act a lot more confidently now. Though, I think deep down you're still that inexperienced little godling that you used to be.
Oh, some
And I think deep down you're not the heartless harbinger of
Strong
retribution
words
that you want
there.
for everyone to think you are. But I can keep your secret if you're willing to keep mine. What do you say?
That sounds an awful lot like blackmail, Zagreus. You'd stoop to that with me?
No, I was just... That's not what I meant
and
at all.
back to being nervous.
I just want to see you squirm. Thanks for the company and for the drink. Guess I'll
All
be
right, we
seeing
should
you
just
around.
have to go into
Yeah, thanks.
Carter's one more time, and then the cutscene should trigger. All right. Hopefully this is the last time.
Tisiphone. No. That's not happy.
No, she's never happy. All right, here we go. All right. She gonna be in here? Yes!
Meg,
Come here.
what a surprise. Again. What is it? What's the matter? Wait, why are you looking at me
Let's
like
see if it
that?
actually does what they say it's gonna
Zachary, would
do.
you shut up with your idiotic questions and get over here right now.
You really...
Strong woman. She knows what she wants. Oh. Oh, well, we're definitely going to her. I did not go through all that work to ease off. All right. Let's do this.
I thought you'd never ask, but I'm glad you did.
Look at that sauntering strut. Is that a... Whoa, that was a whip. Whoa. Wow is right.
Meg, what I'm trying to say is, are you...
That was
we good?
something, all right. To all my underage viewers, they were definitely just having tea and playing chess.
Better than that by now. Though yes, if you must know.
I did not think
I
that
think
game
we're
was
good.
going to go here.
But if you tell another living soul or even a dead one, I will kill you. Understand?
My lips are sealed.
Loud and clear, Meg. Yes, I understand. So then, what happens now?
What happens
Yes, what
now?
does happen now?
I'll see you at the edge of Tartarus.
I
guess.
can't believe that just
Or maybe
happened.
here.
That
However
was
long
so
we keep
worth
this
the
up.
hours. That was hilarious.
However long we keep this up.
You ask too many questions, Hank. I don't have the answers, and besides, you know more about living in the moment than I do. See you around.
See you
All
around.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we finally did it.
That's one more prophecy fulfilled.
Bloodlust. War's God Bloodlust trophy unlocked. Well, that was definitely Bloodlust. Well, Half-Bloods, I succeeded in romancing Meg, so this video was a success. But there's still one more thing I want to do. I want to romance Thanatos. So in the next episode, we're going to work on getting all of Thanatos' hearts up and hopefully get to Thanatos' cutscene. Will it be even more raunchy than Meg's? I guess we'll find out. But until then, please stay safe.